Hello, this is Lacquerography, and this is my wish list for Polish Pickup November 2023. The theme this month is fairy tales and folklore. I have an enormous wish list yet again. I've gone through already and I've created a first impressions wish list. And my wish list includes mostly polish items, but also a few non-polish items, mostly hand and nail care items. So let's take a look at this enormous wish list, and I'll let you know my front runners on the list and the ones that I'm sort of unsure about. There's an impressive list of offerings this month, so let's dive in. The first item on my wish list is a polish item. This one is by All Mixed Up Lacquers, and it's called Forbidden Fruit Taste Sweeter. This one's inspired by Zombie's Snow White photo, and it's described as a deep, vampy red base with red shimmer. When I first saw this polish, I just thought it looked simply beautiful. So often, a lot of the polishes that I've been drawn to lately have been ones that are almost kitchen sink polishes. They're truly unique with a plethora of things in it, like hollow and flakies and shimmer and reflective glitter and regular glitter, everything. There's just something about this polish where it's almost a tone-on-tone shimmer on a base. And I just think this one looks beautiful. Everything about it, the combination of the base with that shimmer, I think looks like a bit of perfection. So this one is All Mixed Up Lacquers, Forbidden Fruit Taste Sweeter. The next item up on my wish list is by BCB Lacquers, Rise from the Ashes. This polish is inspired by Phoenix, and it's described as a dark blue base with a strong red, gold, green shifting shimmer and loaded with large particle hollow. This one has a cap. There's only 300 of these items available before it's considered sold out. This polish, when I saw it, I thought it looked like a bit of a deep, dark winter night kind of look. I love that idea of the blue and then the warm shimmer coming through it. It really is quite beautiful. I don't know that I have anything like this one in my collection. I think it's really original. I don't know how much I'm in love with this polish completely, but I really do think that it is stunning. I'm fascinated by this one. I would love to see it in person. I'm captivated by its uniqueness. So this one is on my wish list. I just have to consider how much I'm truly in love with it. So this one is BCB Lacquers, Rise from the Ashes. The next one on my wish list is by Lacquer, and this one is Kiss Me. And I've been really attracted to a lot of the offerings by Lacquer lately. It seems like everything they've been putting out in the last few months has my jaw on the floor. So this polish is inspired by The Frog Prince, and it's described as a green to teal to blue to purple to magenta multi-chrome base with a gold magnetic pull. And there is a cap for this one as well. There are only 630 of these ones available before it's considered sold out. For me with this polish, it really was this golden magnetic pull that's showing through that captivated me. A lot of the magnetic polishes that I have in my collection have more of a silver magnetic pull. The multitude of colors that seem to appear when this polish is magnetized, it really looks beautiful. This one I am being a little bit cautious about because I think that this polish looks stunning on all of the different skin tones. I do question a little bit maybe my kind of lighting situation or my application abilities to really get that strong magnetic effect. But this one really is a beautiful polish. Again, that gold magnetic pull has me fascinated. So this one is Lacquer, Kiss Me. This next one on my wish list actually just snuck in there just moments ago. So this one is by Colores de Carol, The Lost Diadem, and I hope I'm saying that correctly. So this one is inspired by a blue diadem, and The Lost Diadem is a deep navy blue with red to black multi-chrome shift and holographic flakes. And there is no cap for this one. So that means that the maker can make unlimited quantities of this polish. Now, the reason why this one jumped onto my wish list just moments ago is I happened to catch a live swatch video on YouTube of a swatcher applying this polish. And this one really did come off as potentially a one coat polish. I was amazed by how this one looked on the swatcher's nail. I know for me, Typically 2 coats is sort of my comfort level. I do find also applying a second coat to any polish, whether it's intended to be a 1-coater or not, applying a minimum of 2 coats for me does add a little bit of durability to a polish. But I was really enthralled by the quality of this polish when I saw the live swatch on YouTube. I can see myself getting a ton of wear out of this one. I've been really drawn to navies lately. I don't have a whole lot of navy polishes. I'll have to see how this one compares to some of the other polishes that I have. This one could sneak in there. As I said, this wasn't a polish that caught my eye at first, but there was just something in that swatch video when I saw it being swatched where I thought, wow, this one really is special in its quality. So I'll see how it compares and see if it makes it to my shopping carts. This one is Colores de Carol, The Lost Diadem. This next polish is by Garden Path Lacquers and it's called I Forgive You. This one is a front runner on my wish list. In fact, this one may be my top pick for myself for this month. This one it says it's inspired by my very favorite and most underrated character from The Last Unicorn, Molly Grew. And actually, I've never seen that, so I kind of would like to see it. This one's described as a brown jelly base filled with rose gold, holographic micro glitter, and a bright blue aurora shimmer. I really think that this polish is unlike anything I've ever seen. I really find that I've been highly attracted to brown polishes in all their various forms lately, whether it's mainstream, almost neutral nail looks, or something that's a lot more like this polish right here. I just think that the base of this one being a light brown jelly base, the combination of that glitter with the shimmer, and it seems like a bit of a warm and cool contrast within it with the rose gold micro glitter and then the blue shimmer. I'm fascinated by this one, and this one may just be number 1 in my shopping cart when the shop opens. So this one is by Garden Path Lacquers, I Forgive You. This next item up is a favorite Bath & Body product, but I've never tried it in this scent. So this one is the Hand & Body Sugar Scrub by KB Shimmer, and this one is in the peppermint scent. I love this product. I use it constantly, and I've actually never tried this scent, so I'll have to see how my supply is holding up, but I can see myself using this one right around the holiday season. This scent sounds so refreshing and delightful, and I'd love to give it a try. So this is the Hand & Body Sugar Scrub by KB Shimmer in peppermint. This next product up is another favorite of mine, but I've never tried this scent. So this one is by Inspired Scents, and it's called the Happy Prince Cuticle Salve. I've purchased their fall version of this product before that has sort of typical fall scents to it, and I love the product. I've actually purchased it 2 years in a row, but I've never tried any other scent other than that one. So I would really love to give this favorite product a try in another scent offered by this company. So jumping down to the description of the product, it says, our fabulous cuticle salve is back this month to get you ready for cold weather. Melts upon contact with your cuticles and soaks right in with no greasy feel. This is a vegan and certified cruelty-free product by Leaping Bunny. The lush, fresh fragrance of winter comes in our holiday ice, a special blended fragrance with notes of cherry, cranberry, mint, soft notes of frosted holly, fir needles, and delicious vanilla and sugar crystals. There is a cap on this product of only 100 of these available. I just think that the combination of some of these sweeter winter scents along with woodsy or floral scents as well to go along with it, to me it just sounds like a really interesting balance, and I'd love to try this favorite product of mine that I love in their fall version. I'd love to try it in their winter scent as well. So Inspired Scents, the Happy Prince Cuticle Salve. Now back to the polishes on my wish list. This next one is by Night Owl Lacquer, and it's called Bigfoot Believes in You. And yes, this is a brown. The moment I saw it, I wish listed it. I didn't even look at the description. So this one is inspired by the Bigfoot folklore of Washington. This is a dark brown with copper gold green shifting crystal chameleon flakes, aqua green crystal flakes, and holographic flecks. I know that I don't have anything quite like this polish. I am starting to accumulate a few brown polishes, some mainstreams, and also some indies, but I know that I have nothing quite like this. I do think that this looks quite a bit like fall in a bottle here with the flakies, but I can also see myself being drawn to this throughout the winter and even beyond. I think this color is really unique to my collection. And can I say this is just another spectacular brown. And this one is high on my wish list and very likely to be in my shopping cart when the shop opens. So this one is by Night Owl Lacquer. Bigfoot Believes in You. And this next one up is another one that is extremely likely to end up in my shopping cart when the shop opens. This one is by Phoenix and it's called Girl Dragon. And yes, there's another brown base for this one. This one is inspired by the iconic dragon from Shrek. Girl Dragon is a deep chocolate brown base packed with intense violet to pink to red aurora shimmer. There is a cap on this one. There are only 500 of these available. That's actually not too bad. It's there's some products on my wish list with far smaller caps than this one. So I'm not too worried about it, but this one is very high on my wish list. So I will have to plan to shop early. Again, I know that I have nothing like this polish in my collection. That brown base with that vibrant purple shimmer, I just think that this is stunningly beautiful. I could see myself wearing this throughout the end of the fall, even into the winter. There is this, I don't know, otherworldly beauty about this one and a bit of a coziness as well. Like I find that that brown base does give off quite a cozy vibe, which I tend to be drawn to quite a lot in the winter months. I can see myself being drawn to this even beyond that as well. I would love to see what this purple shimmer looks like when it's actually on the nails. I think this one is coming home with me. So this one is by Phoenix and it's called Girl Dragon. This next one up is by Polish for Days and it's called The Wanderer. This one is inspired by an enchanted forest. This one is described as a bright red glowing base with glowing orange yellow large particle metallic shimmer. I really do think that this polish is spectacular. I've really only recently gotten into reds, so I don't have too many reds in my collection, but the ones that I have, I've purchased quite recently. I will have to see how this shimmery red compares to some of the other ones I've purchased. One of the ones that's jumping to the front of my mind is Wildflower Lacquer's Perhaps a Christmas Gourd. I know that I have that one in my collection, and I'll have to see how this one really compares with the ones that I already have. I do think this one is really beautiful, elegant, and it'll be perfect for the end of the fall, holiday season, and beyond for any time that I'm looking for a red polish. I've always loved Polish for Days products. I think that they're always of such high quality. I don't want to feel like I'm missing out on this one if I don't purchase it. Yes, I will have to see how this one compares with others. So this one is on my wish list cautiously because I think that I may have some that I've purchased really recently that might fill this void if I leave this one behind. So anyway, a lot of thinking to do about this one. This one is Polish for Days, The Wanderer. The more I look at it, though, the more I really want it. This next one up is by Rogue Lacquer, Supernatural Roguery. This polish is inspired by Morgan Le Fay, a powerful and ambiguous enchantress from the legend of King Arthur. So this polish, Supernatural Roguery, is a frighteningly deep blackberry base with a sprinkling of magenta orange flakes, a dash of hollow flakes, and intense shimmer showing off a red and gold aurora glow. I love how they describe this one as a frighteningly deep blackberry base. This one really is beautiful. It's stunning. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this one. There is only one swatch photo available for this one right now on the website, so I'll keep checking back to make sure that this one is still one that's catching my eye as it gets closer to when the shop opens on Friday, November the 3rd. But this one really is beautiful. And that idea of a frighteningly deep blackberry base, I mean, it really sounds unique to anything that I own. So this one that I'm going to be keeping an eye on is Rogue Lacquer's Supernatural Roguery. This next one up is by Sassy Cats Lacquer. It's Always Tea Time. This one's another one that caught my eye right away for its simplicity and its beauty. This one is inspired by Alice in Wonderland, Cheshire Cat. It's a powder blue base with extremely glowy turquoise shimmer. And there are only 200 of these ones available. Now, this is another one of these polishes where it appears to be a very complementary base with shimmer, as opposed to a contrasting base with shimmer. There's something just so beautiful and flawless and simple about this one. The moment I saw this one, I just thought it looked like icy beauty on the nails. I will have to take a look to see how this one compares to some others in my collection, but I've really been drawn to this type of polish lately by Sassy Cat's Lacquer. Their base with a strong shimmer. I've been loving them. I've purchased several lately, so I will actually have to see how this one with this powder blue base compares to some of the other ones I've purchased recently. But this one really is stunningly beautiful, much in the same way as the all mixed up lacquers polish, the red polish, was to me as well. Kind of a complementary, or I should say maybe a coordinating base with shimmer. There's just something so flawless and almost glass-like with both of these polishes, and beautiful. If I don't have anything like this one or that other one by All Mixed Up Lacquers, I could really see these ones being incredibly versatile for me and ending up in my cart when the shop opens. So this one is by Sassy Cat's Lacquer. It's always tea time. This next one up is a stamping plate by EDK called Merry Christmas. I'm drawn to this plate. I think a lot of these images are ones that I will enjoy using throughout the holiday season. There's also a few images on here that I could see myself using at other times of year as well. Namely, the candles. I could see myself using that for certain milestone birthdays for people in my life. Also the bows. I think the bows could be something that could be used outside of the holiday season, maybe possibly a wedding shower or a baby shower or something like that. I'm always looking for versatility as well as images that I'm drawn to. I'm really enjoying this play a lot. There's another one here too with these kind of tiled reindeer that I could see as just sort of anytime throughout the winter, just a really beautiful, almost like a graphic sweater type pattern. So this one is the stamping plate by EDK, Merry Christmas. And this next item is another stamping plate, and this one is by Lantern and Wren, and it's Hummingbird Charm. And this one has great sentimental value to me. I desperately want this one. This stamping plate for me, the reason why I want it so much is hummingbirds remind me of my dad. And my parents in their backyard have quite a few hummingbird feeders. And throughout the warmer months, we often sit out on the patio in the backyard and we watch the hummingbirds just come in and out and in and out, not just to their hummingbird feeder, but also to their flowering shrubs that they have nearby. The moment I saw this one, I actually kind of missed it up a little bit. I thought, I need to have this one. Also, along with the hummingbird imagery, there's also some beautiful flower images as well that gives this plate quite a lot of versatility as well. I love this one, and this one I need to have. So this one is the stamping plate by Lantern and Wren. It's called Hummingbird Charm, and I should mention that there are only 100 of these ones available. So for me, since I want this one so strongly, I will have to shop for this plate early when the shop opens on Friday, November the 3rd. This next one up is by Vapid, The Seven Ravens. This one is inspired by the grim fairy tale of the Seven Ravens, a twisted tale of 7 brothers, their long-awaited sister, terrible parents, and some strange dark twists atop an icy mountain. I've never heard of this. I would like to read it. So this one caught my eye for being just such a subtle and unique polish offering that's also a magnetic. So this one is described as an opalescent magnetic with a blue-purple pastel base and a pinky gold magnetic flash. This shade is created to be ethereal and light, so this one can be a stunning topper or an airy 3 coats on its own. This one also has a cap of only 320 of these polishes available. I view this polish as a 4-season polish for me, and I love the fact that the description says that this one is quite versatile. I do like the subtlety of this one. I think that the magnetic effect of this one is subtle yet beautiful. The fact that the description mentions that this one can be used as a topper as well also intrigues me. I love a polish that can do multiple things and look beautiful in all different ways. Such a cool magnetic effect. It's subtle, but it's clearly there. And it's very unique to anything I own. So this one is by Vapid, The Seven Ravens. This next one up for me is another showstopper. This one is by Watcha, and this is Vittoria Regia. And I hope I'm saying that correctly. So this one is inspired by Brazilian folklore, and it's described as a green jelly with pink shimmer and green reflective glitter, and there are 400 of these available. I saw this, and again, I immediately hit the wish list button. I think this is truly unique. This light green look, the pink shimmer, and the reflective glitter in here, like it just looks otherworldly beautiful. Oddly, I can actually see myself wearing this one 4 seasons as well. I can see myself wearing this as a bit of a quirky holiday pick, something that's a little bit lighter in the green family with this pink shine to it as well. Just an unexpected look. I can absolutely see myself wearing this one in the spring with its lighter tones. I can see myself being drawn to this one in the summer as well. I love wearing reflective glitter in the summer because it catches the light just so interestingly. I love this color. I do love wearing greens of all types in the fall. I don't really think I've worn any that are quite this light. Boy, this one is just so beautiful, and I know I don't have anything like this one. This one is... It's not my absolute top pick, but boy, it's awfully close. So this one is by Watcha, Vittoria Regia. This final item on my wish list is by Wildflower Lacquer, and this one is another one that just tugs at my heartstrings. This one is Frog and Toad. This one is inspired by Frog and Toad together, and that one's my favorite. This one is described as an emerald green jelly base with subtle green to blue to purple shifting shimmer. Will likely stain, wear a good base coat. So for me, the moment that I saw that this one was inspired by Frog and Toad, I hit the wish list button. I knew that this one would just bring back all the incredible memories every time I wear this one. The thing that worries me a little bit with this one is that it does say that it will likely stain. My nails do stain. I mean, this one will most likely stain on me. So I have to kind of take a look at this one and think, is it worth it for me? Knowing this right before even buying it. So that's something I'll have to think about. I'll also have to see how this one compares with some others in my collection at this point. I know that I love greens, so that's not at all a problem, but I have been drawn to purchasing quite a few greens lately. So I will have to see how this one compares to others in my collection. But the fact that this one is such a gorgeous, bright green, and it has this inspiration, Frog and Toad, it brings back all those fond memories that I had when I was teaching kindergarten. I've since changed grades, but I think deep down in my heart, I'll always be a kindergarten teacher at heart. So this just brings back all the warm, fuzzy feelings with Wildflower Lacquer, Frog and Toad. So those are my 17 items on my wish list. The shop opens at polishpickup.com on Friday, November the 3rd at 11 o'clock a.m. and the shop stays open until Monday, November 6th at 11:59 p.m. Several of my items are capped items, which means that if they run out, they are potentially just sold out. I will have to consider shopping early, setting an alarm, and shopping at 11 o'clock a.m. on Friday, November the 3rd to ensure that I get some of these items that I know I will be heartbroken if I miss out. Right now, my wish list is at 17 items over here. That is too many. I am not going to be getting all of these items. I do have some comparing and some soul searching to do as well. I have to consider how some of these polishes match up already with ones that I have in my collection. I also have to think a little bit about how much in love with a couple of these polishes I really am, other than just being, fascinated by the swatch photos or by the live swatch videos that I've been seeing on YouTube. Which, by the way, all those swatch videos on YouTube, check them out if you're on the fence at all. Sometimes seeing the polish in motion, in different lighting effects and on different skin tones and actually being applied, sometimes that can really win you over, like it did for me for some of my picks that made it onto my wish list as later additions. So that is it for my wish list. I'd love to know, are you planning on shopping polish pickup this month? What items are on your wish list? Do we match up at all? What do you think about my wish list? Maybe you can help me out. Maybe you've made some purchases lately where you think there are some dupes going on. Although I have to say, these polishes, these makers have just been incredible these last several months. I'm finding so many polishes on offer that are just unlike any that I've ever seen. I guess one polish that I'm really curious about, if you happen to own Wildflower Lacquer's Perhaps a Christmas Gourd and know how this Polish for Days polish might compare, please let me know your honest opinion, especially if you're a swatcher maybe and you own both of these products already. Yeah, I'd love to know, because I really, every time I see that Polish for Days polish, in my heart, I kind of feel like I have a dupe for it already, but I don't want to feel like I'm missing out, because I know that so many of Polish for Days polishes are just outstanding products. And I don't want to feel that horrible feeling of missing out. So anyway, all that aside, Polish Pickup Fairy Tales and Folk Tales is open this month from November 3rd to November the 6th. If you like this kind of content, please consider liking this video. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job and that you'd like more of this type of content. Also consider commenting to continue on the conversation. And if you don't want to miss out, consider subscribing. I put out nail-related content as often as I can, and that way you won't miss out on future videos. Thanks again for joining me. Happy shopping, Polish Pickup. Hopefully I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.